They said Christmas was off. Too tight this year, just staying home. So, I spent the day solo. What if I told you the family you sacrificed everything for, the ones you loved and supported without question, completely abandoned you on Christmas Day? Not because they couldn't afford it, but because they simply didn't want you there, while still taking every last dime you offered. It's a betrayal that changed everything, and honestly, the pain of it still catches me off guard sometimes. Hi, I'm Brittany, and for 28 years, I believed family was everything. Especially Christmas. That holiday was sacred in our house. Growing up in Willowbrook, a small Arizona town where everyone knew everyone, I was the eldest of 3 kids and always felt responsible for my family. My parents, Michael and Laura, instilled in us the importance of family bonds and traditions. My brother, Josh, is 25, and my sister, Katie, is 22. We weren't wealthy, not by a long shot, but we were happy, especially during the holidays. Christmas in our home was pure magic. Mom would spend weeks turning our modest 3-bedroom house into a wonderland of lights and decorations. Dad would drive us around town, hot chocolates in hand, just to see the twinkling displays. We had our silly traditions, matching pajamas on Christmas Eve, taking turns opening one gift before bed. Those memories? They were the bedrock of my childhood joy. I was always the academic one. I worked hard, got a scholarship to Arizona State for computer science, and worked part-time jobs through college to cover what my scholarship didn't. I was determined to make something of myself, not just for me, but for them. Even with busy college life, I came home for every holiday, especially Christmas. Family was always my first priority. After graduating with honors, I landed my dream job at Tech Fusion in Seattle. The opportunity was incredible, even if it meant moving over 1,000 miles away. My starting salary was more than both my parents had ever made combined. I was so proud, but I really missed being close to home. Then, 3 years ago, everything changed. Dad lost his job at the manufacturing plant, where he'd worked for 20 years. He was 54, and finding comparable employment was a real struggle. Mom worked part-time, but their combined income barely covered the mortgage on the house they'd paid into for 18 years. When Dad called me, his voice choked with tears, terrified they might lose the family home, I didn't hesitate for a second. "I'll help," I told him, my heart aching. "Just tell me what you need." That was the beginning of my financial support. First, it was a few months of mortgage payments while Dad looked for work. Then, winter came, and it was the utility bills. Soon, I was sending them $2,000 every single month just to keep them afloat. "It's just temporary, Princess," Dad would always say, using my childhood nickname. "Just until I get back on my feet." I never minded helping. My job was thriving, I'd been promoted twice in 3 years. My salary easily covered my Reborn into Don't miss the twist bottom left, full story.